I'm at BlizzCon 2015, and of course, it makes a lot of sense that then I would be interviewing a League of Legends pro player named Pobelter here. Pobelter, actually, are you still a League of Legends pro player? Because you are currently unaffiliated with anything. You could have retired. I don't even know.
Yeah, I'll be in a pro team next year.
Okay. So, which pro team?
I can't say.
So, have you already signed?
No.
Okay. But do you have, like, how many different people are you talking to right now?
Some.
Okay. So, a variety of people.
Yeah, a number greater than one.
Okay. How about North America?
Yeah,
Okay. All of them are exclusively in North America?
it might be.
Okay. But it could also be in Europe,
It could be.
China, Korea, Southeast Asia, Brazil?
Yep.
Okay. So you will be joining, well, you did say LCS, which limits you to NA or EU, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. We figured it out. So either an NA or EU, though my money is on NA based on this conversation. All right, so what's been going on with you since you got the boot, as it were? Or actually, no. It's very important I clarify this. You got subbed, right?
Yes, the sequence of events was I was subbed, and we both mutually agreed that I would probably be more happy just playing for another team instead of being on the bench. So that was nice of CLG. Thank you. And I am looking for a new team now.
Okay. And then following that was when they kicked Chris, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What was we'll just kind of go through your reactions as a CLG player to all the stuff that's happened lately. What was your reaction to the CLG Chris kick?
I think it was expected.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't say too much about it.
Based on the secret thing that no one affiliated with the company can talk about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you weren't surprised?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the Doublelift thing, which is big news. So he gets kicked and he joins TSM. What were your impressions there?
I was really surprised, actually. Hold on, let me think. Yeah, so basically the day before the news came out, Peter called me on Skype and was like, "Hey, what's going on with you? This is what's going on with me." And he was saying, like, tonight I'm gonna have a talk with the team and with Aframu, and I'm gonna try and work out my problems with them, and hopefully we can continue to improve. And I was just basically like, that's really optimistic considering, you've been trying to fix it for like past 2.5 years or however long. After I've been on the team, or like however long there have been problems. And
so when you say fix it, what do you mean?
I don't know, just like small stuff that people don't agree with or like get along with about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's just been tension for a long time, and so he was going to have this meeting and try to fix it.
Yeah, there's no like major point of contention probably, but it was just a lot of small stuff that added up, I think.
So Peter called you, and then...
Oh, yeah, and then I was like, it's probably not going to work out. It's probably one of you guys is going to end up leaving, you or Afro. And, that's actually what ended up happening. And obviously he went straight to TSM because I think Peter has always done really well against Turtle. Obviously a really good player. Really huge for the brand. He got like 100,000 views when he started streaming. I don't know. Overall, probably a pretty good decision for TSM. And I think in the end, maybe everyone went out. CLG didn't want to continue with him. And it seems like he's happier now on TSM. And even TSM benefited, and I'm sure CLG benefited too by selling the contract.
Any thoughts on then so everyone was like, okay, yeah, like if you look at the press release, I was like, I really appreciate all the time I had with CLG and wish them the best or something along those lines. CLG was like, yep, we think this is mutually beneficial. And it's like, okay, I guess that's it. Fans were like, what actually happened? And then basically it feels like the shit hit the fan. Doublelift started saying stuff on stream. CLG or Afro explained his side of the story. We've had all this back and forth. Do you have any thoughts on kind of the drama and all the stuff that we've seen unfold since then?
Yeah. I mean, he was probably emotional. And then I think when he gets emotional, maybe he'll say things that he doesn't really mean, or maybe he'll go too far. And then you can see that by that really weird misunderstanding by how he said, he got the news at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And then CLG said they gave him the news at 7 p.m. And then they both met up and they were like, actually, it was around 10 p.m., right in the middle. This is like, okay, it's kind of weird.
Do you, cycling back, now that we've talked about all this stuff, because that's what I think most people will be interested in, but I do want to get your take on, you're getting put in the sub position. Was this something that you were expecting, or was this a big surprise to you?
It was really surprising to me. I think they just saw the really big amount of effort that he was putting in, even though he wasn't getting any playtime.
Yeah.
And they wanted him to, be able to prove that he has what it takes, and, he's put in a lot of work, and from their perspective, I think they feel like he deserves to play. And so I can see that, he has put in a lot of work and he does deserve to play. I just didn't think it would be something so drastic as like, you're being benched and you're being the main one now. I thought it would be more like, hey, we took a look over it and now we want to give them both some play time, something like that. But no, the decision was kind of drastic, I think.
So you were thinking maybe like Faker Easy Hoon situation.
I guess if that's how you want to call it, yeah.
So then you got put in the sub position. Is there any resentment from your part towards CLG or to Hui or anything?
I don't feel any resentment. Resentment's pretty harsh, yeah. It's just like kind of disappointing, but whatever, I'll deal with it and move on. Lingering in the past, never too great.
I know you can't talk about, at least it seems like, from the teams that you're getting offers from or whatever, and I get that because negotiations are always ongoing, but how do you feel about your future based on the conversations that you're having right now?
Well, it's always a dice roll, honestly. Like, no matter how good it looks, you never know until you actually start playing together. And then from that point, you never know until you play on stage and you, like, finish a split. Like, a year ago, I had, like, 7 different LCS offers, and I chose, out of all of those, Winter Fox, and it ended up being really, really bad, even though it looked really, really good at the start. And it's just one of those things you can't really predict, I think. Or maybe I'm just, like, very bad at predicting the situation I'll be once I sign. But I'm hopeful. I think I've learned a lot with CLG throughout the past split, and hopefully I can use some of the things I've learned regarding, like, teamwork. Being like a good person to your teammates is actually really big, and not many people do that. And I think with all of the game stuff and all of the interpersonal things I've learned throughout the last split, I can do well.
Very good. I mean, it's a great note to end on. Is there anything that you want to say to all the Pobelter fans out there, or CLG fans that are like, oh, no, I miss Pobelter. He was the best.
Yeah, thanks, guys, for supporting me. Hopefully I can give some news soon about where I'm going, because I know a lot of people are messaging me saying, like, where are you going? Are you retiring? Are you streaming? What's happening? So hopefully I can clarify some of that soon.
But you have committed to playing in LCS next year.
At least for another year, yeah.
Okay, very good. Well, hey, looking forward to interviewing you and seeing you at the studio next year. Thanks so much for the interview and for kind of sharing your side of things. Looking forward to whatever announcement you have soon. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of our coverage of all things BlizzCon and I guess League of Legends at GameSpot.com. Thanks, Pobelter.